In this video, I shall be talking about the new and latest wallet design I have created. So this is the Apex wallet, minimalist wallet. So this is inspired from the EDC tool organizer I've been designing for the last 1+ year or so. And this is the latest version, of course. This is the Apex XL or extra large, which can fit up to a surge. And I wanted an EDC wallet that matches the language of the tool organizers I've been using. So this is what I came up with. So this is has been a 2 week or so development. So it all started when I started using back my very old, well, 1 year plus wallet that I have designed. And this is the wallet that I've been carrying for the last 2+ weeks. And before I can discuss the design features of this wallet, let me first discuss what was designed from before. So this is currently having all my personal cards. So this is how much cards I actually carry with me. I have six cards in the middle and two quick access supposedly here. This is secured with a snap button. Okay, so the design of this is quite common. You could see it in the design language of the Hitchhiker and some other similar wallets. And of course, the back side flips out for one folded cash carry. This can fit up to, say, 10 bills. Currently, I have like 8 or 9 cards. It includes the metal card that I always use. So this is the quality that I was trying to do even over a year ago. This has a 0.5 millimeter rounded stitching on a 4 millimeter punched holes. So after using this again, I had a few issues with this because if I was traveling and commuting, the hard part is that I have to unbutton this, take out my wallet, unbutton this, and to use my Metro card to take it out. So it's really that inconvenience because I would like to take out my card by just sliding off if this had a quick access card slot, but which it did not. So the original design prior to this was something very simple. So this is the Alpha minimalist wallet. Very simple. You got cash compartment in the middle, two quick access cards here. Very simple to do. You have two pieces of leather that are sewn together like so. So this is folded here, and the other one's folded from the bottom. And it is shaped like this. So halfway of the wallet is where the secondary outer leather is cut. Has this angle of 30 degrees here. That angle here so that you could pinch out the cards if you need to. So this is very minimal and very limited also at the same time. I like the convenience though of the Alpha, and this is the, I believe I called it the Gamma wallet. So it's very similar, except now the cash, instead of folding it in quarters, I just fold it in half. That's more convenient. It has a snap button now to secure your cards from falling off. That was something. And then they have a grommet hole here, like so that you can place in like a pull tab or sorts, so it's easy for you to take it out from your pockets. That was the old. So here I put, oops, I put in. I was like thinking about this like July 12th, like 10 days ago. I was starting to somehow um, redesign this to a bit better function, because some of the things that I did not have with the previous wallet was, number one, a quick access card at the back. Number two, I also wanted a place for me to place in my AirTag. So AirTag has been a lifesaver for me, uh, because this can be your wallet can be tracked with your iPhone, and I bought like 8 of these things for important items that I have, so that you can track them if you misplace them. So this is the initial design, and I was like experimenting with something regular, like so, and then I thought of like, what if the edge here were curved, and just for a stylistic point of view, and in drawing it looked, wow, nice. And I wanted to follow the language of the EDC tool organizers I've been creating, like these abrupt and very obtuse types of angles. And this is to accommodate the tools to fit in nicely, and the angles are very not so subtle, and I like that language here with my tool organizer. So I applied in drawing the concepts. But yeah, initially this is the uh, illustration. Oops, that's another design in the future. You could see, I was experimenting with other colors other than the Blitz, which is the regular color scheme that I have with my EDC tool organizers, even the very bright yellow mustard, and then there's a blue and black, and then there's an aqua green with black, and then I have red and black, and also this is a lighter green. So eventually I illustrated something like this. So I wanted to really see in illustration first what the concepts are. So the initial concepts, color scheme, drawing, sketches, was this were these. Okay, so the contender that were these color schemes of the grigio, or the greenish green, and nero, which is black. And then I wanted to have an orange accent for holding the air tag. So I did the same here. It's the same design lines with the, but except this is blue, or nacional in Pueblo, and nero black. So that was the intention. So I got a couple of hours of free time. So I started doing the patterns for all of the for this new design, and so it came up with this. So this answers all my gripes about my this former one-year design and improving it more significantly than previous. Of course, there's at the front you have your AirTag. Okay, so if you're not an AirTag user, this could still be used as such, right? And it's just an accent of sorts. Okay, so it covers that. There's a hole, 20 millimeter hole there, just to um, answer that, to hold this a bit better, because the bottom part of this is like a curved dome on the bottom. And then you could slide in your AirTag. So specifically right now, the diameter accommodates a 32 millimeter um, diameter AirTag, and that's how it fits. Okay, so the front part is optional for anyone, and of course I have the snap uh, button here to secure the opening of the cache. So previously it was the other opposite way. It was a mirrored thing, and I didn't like the way this is not so secured. So the flap here still can be opened like so, and I wanted a more secure way of closing this wallet to secure the cache. Okay. So currently I have like 10 bills here, US bills. Okay, I don't have to count them, but trust me, it's 10. And you only fold them into halves, right? More convenient than quarters. And then you just slide them in like so. And of course, you secure it with a snap. So, in the inside, if you open the snap, you can have like I placed in. So everything's so tight right now. So having this brand new, like less than 24 hours, this is like 12-hour old, and I have like three cards. So of course, eventually, uh, leather stretches over time, and this can accommodate more. So you could have like two more here. Here at the front, I have two cards, namely something like if you want to place in your bank card. So this is a metal card. Okay, so something that I personally print this out with the laser etcher, and this is to protect the card from any scheming, electronic scheming. It disrupts the signal. So I like to put in a card. You can personalize it with your name here. So this shows at the front. Okay, so at the bottom, it has this finger push slot, right? In order for you to conveniently push out your cards if you need to. But you can still pinch them out if you wanted to do so. So the middle part is your least used cards, like your medical card or your license, uh, gun permit or whatnot. You know, your professional card if you are a registered professional. So that's the inside. So when you snap it close, it looks like that. So at the back, of course, this is the grommet hole. This is very important for me. You could hook this to anywhere if you want to, or secure this on a lanyard tethered to your pants, or you can have a pull tab like so. So the color scheme is inspired from the paracord by Atwood. So this color scheme is called Blitz. So I like the orange accent, and it matches the black and greenish gray it has here. So we could have a closer look at this paracord. So I bought a lot of these because of the uh, when I bought this, I'm like, wow, this is something that is very attractive. So orange, by the way, why I chose orange also is that this one is reacts to UV light, so you can find this easily in the dark. So at the back, of course, you have your quick access. Now, when I'm going through the metro rail, I just like to pick my metro card out without taking the entire wallet out. So that's the design parameters for this one. So normally it's like on my left pocket, right? It's oriented that way. So this is the front and this is where my leg is. So I'll just place in my finger like so. Henceforth this void. Now you can still pinch the cards by doing so. So this one was an intentional design parameter. Like I could still pinch both cards, or I could just take out one by just sliding in one of my fingers here and my thumb holding the card that I want. But normally is the first one is the Metro card transit. And the other one would be my company ID to enter the building, to register myself, time in. So very quick. Or you can still have this push slot here for your finger. So it's very similar, very exactly the same as the front push slot. So the material here is all Carlo Badalasi Pueblo leather from Italy. So I sourced this out. I import this on my own. I buy like most of the time a half uh, shoulder, double shoulder. We call it. It's roughly about 14 square meters. Not meters. Square 14 square feet. Foot. Feet. And it's about equivalent of 1.4 square meters. So each color is like an entire double shoulder. They call it two shoulder worth. Okay. So that's the part where the leather is most enduring or thick or nicely tempered. I mean, like this is like medium tempered. They call it medium tempered because it's like semi soft. It can stand when you're holding it up like this. It's good quality. So this is 2.2 millimeters or 5 ounces for my American friends. Although the black one here, I had it shaven to 1.8 millimeters. That's a zero point zero 0.04 millimeter difference in thickness. I wanted that sort of this thinness because I just wanted to shave off some thicknesses here. Um, and then the threads here are one no that's zero point 0.8 millimeters flat threads. So this is the thread. I haven't memorized what brand this is, but this is one of the most uh, very nice polyester thread that I've experienced. So this is a bit darker when you buy it. So I was experimenting with many other color shades of orange. This one particular is like a burnt orange when it starts out, but when you place it, it stretches out a bit. Okay, so this is wax also, and and the thing is, it lightens up when you apply on to the leather or when you stitch it on. So it's a bit lighter. Okay, so this looks darker, but yeah, that was the tone that I was after. So it matches closely to the orange of the paracord. And yeah, it's like this. Okay, so I was experimenting also with the cross stitching. Okay, and a combination of this saddle stitch, or you could call this cross stitching the crochet all around here. I just wanted to really match the what I like this experiment with this latest version of the EDC tool organizer, where I this zigzaggy stitch uh, detail that I liked here. So I applied it onto the Apex wallet. You can see the thickness of the leather here. Those are, of course, the 1.8 millimeter black and 2.2 millimeter grigio, or greenish gray. You could see even the thickness of the leather here at the bottom for the and this exposed slot here. So the cuts here, are- of course, are designed. Your lease cards are, they're secured, but you can't really exactly pinch them out easily. So these are designed for segregation, and of course, finger pull, like your thumb can fit here exactly. That was the intention. And yeah, the orange one, it was something that I decided on because I wanted an accent to the band instead of just having it plain black. I wanted to match it with the threads here, the orange threads, and it worked out nicely. And you could see that your AirTag could be secured here. Let's take a look again. That it has a hole underneath to lock your dome bottom part of your AirTag, so you could slide it in and it's very secured like that. Okay. So the snap button is matte finish. It's brass, so brass don't doesn't rust. And you can see that I took the extra mile of really stitching this patch here for this one for the male part of the snap, because if I just punch through here, it's gonna scratch the cards here when you slide in and out, and I just didn't want that. So it's the same detail here uh, for from my EDC tool organizer, and I wanted that detail. So previously, I did not do that. The snap button was directly, I mean, punched in like so, yeah, installed like that. So over time, of course, my cards got scratched. So it's your cards are scratch free. So you can see some of the more details here. Although I don't like this part here, the corner of your cache is a bit exposed, but it's still within that parameter, but really slightly bordering, jutting out a bit, right? You can see my very subtle logo here. So the stamping here on the snap is just that little tiny uh, BAD design leather. So this is nicely done here. And this subtle back stamping of my logo here is there. You can see the cross stitching here. And of course, here is the curved bending edge of the inner leather of the black. And then you have more angles here. Okay, so this is the quality that I strive very much to do in terms of the quality control. And of course, the only burnt of burning of the to seal the stitching is here are these 2 points. But anywhere else is like they're hidden underneath the this. So I even laser etched. Okay, so I'll take out the cache, the details of what this wallet is. Okay, so it's an Apex Minimalist Wallet version 1.0, designed by me. I'm Janil, by the way, July 22, 2025. So this is the inner part of the wallet. You can see some of the burning of the stitches. So I usually use a thread zapper, which is electronic instead of lighter. So you could have these um, very tight spots where you're not supposed to use a lighter to burn off your threads to seal them. So that's better way of working. Let's put back the cache. Okay, so this is 10. Uh, this is what 10 bills look like folded into half. And that's how thick it is. So size comparison wise, this is like on the palm of my hand. This is shaped like so. And yeah, I guess I went after something like this. This is the curve of your hand, and I really wanted that curve to be there, like an accent of sorts. And it's if you if you hold it on your left, so I'm a right-handed person. I hold it on my left. This thing rest, or your fingers here rest on that curve. It feels nice, and of course your this side of your palm will hold the uh, straight edge. And then when you take out your wallet, I mean your cash, you do that. So it's of course if anyone is left-handed, I can make a mirror version of this. But this is how you can operate. Okay, so we take out the cash, you get paid, you put in your cash, hold it, put it in. If you want to pay for something, yes, you need your bank card. It's here. Take it out, push it out, and then pull it out, and then place back in. You need your license ID or any secondary cards. You pinch them out, you find them, find your card, show or use them, and put them in again. So the snap is very much secure. It's a nice quality. I love this whole snap concept because really top quality. I couldn't find it anywhere else, so I had to import it from the US, from buckleguy.com. Also, the grommet hole is buckleguy.com. This is a 10 millimeter or 5/16th of a millimeter, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's nice. It's a nice quality. This is a flat, unlike domed, and the grommet hole is detail is like I really wanted that, so I had to buy. So this is like I bought like 100 pieces. That's for one bag. That's the minimum. Whereas the snap is like you buy it by the 50s. It's very expensive though. It's like something like $24 per bag. So, ooh. But knowing that I really want this detail and I like this 12 millimeter, and so that I could put my 19 millimeter diameter logo here with the words showing. And this one is designed like so. The the strap here, I intentionally designed this to be this shape, so it's easier for you to open. Unlike before, yeah, you can still open it, but it's not intentional. So it's like, okay, so it can work, but this is more substantial. Probably I can even reinforce it with some um, orange wraparound leather. But yeah, you could see again the detail. This is really brand new. Of course, over time, this greenish gray or grigio would turn more like this dark brown finish. So this is my current EDC tool organizer, which is the large size with my key and of course my tools. And the patina that has been developing here with this particular organizer, it's the same material, of course, it's Pablo. And this is really brand new. It looks lighter, of course. And eventually, this is going to patina over time. It's going to be darker a bit. I like how these things age over time with more use and over the years, and they become really shiny, like this one. This is really shiny. This is still matte, but this is the Apex wallet. Can't say it's really minimal, but yeah, somewhere in between minimal and something very substantial. But the thickness here is this. Okay, so if I put in my thumb, like it's something like that. If I take some measurements, let's see if we take a look. It's just something like 20 millimeters or so. This is like 18 currently. Of course, you have to account the thickness of this, and of course, the snap being something more like another 10. So that's all over like, it's like 28 millimeters in thickness with the snap, 10 bills of cash, and then you have like 8 cards, 8 to 9 cards. Yep. So that, I guess that wraps up this video. Let me know what you think about the Apex wallet. So see you in the next. Bye.